Hello there, I'm Sean Greasley and welcome to another breathtaking edition of our SQL tutorials. In this tutorial I will be briefly describing the constraint function. Now, simply enough, the constraint function is not exactly what it sounds like, but it does have a kind of like functionality around this meaning. So if we refer to our last tutorial example, we created a table with these fields and checked that the location was either Sheffield, London or Birmingham using the more complex OR statement named in. Now, we can name this validation, for example, if we use the constraint function. So let's just put this in here, constraint and a unique name, location check. Okay, now what this does, if the location isn't in Sheffield, London or Birmingham, you may want to tell the user that this is the case. For example, if it's a database website or whatever. For example, if they typed Belfast, it might say, I'm sorry, but our service is only available to residents in Sheffield, London and Birmingham. And in order to do this, we need to apply the constraint function, because if we didn't have this line here, when you're generating an if statement, if you don't know what an if statement is, then refer to some of the earlier VB and C++ tutorials on this website. We can't actually use this line to specify that response to the user. If we use the constraint function with anything you'd like here, which is like a variable, you're setting this variable to this line here. So you can say, if the location CK, that's for check, it's good programming language to specify that. If the location underscore CK is not equal to Sheffield, London or Birmingham, then tell the user so. Or you could say if location under CK equals false, then tell the user this is so. If it's true, then say hello, yes, you can register on our website, for example. So that's what the constraint function does. It applies a variable to your check command, so you can use this within more detailed advanced programming languages later along the line. So if we execute this, our table has been created, and we'll just describe that so we can see like so. And there we go, that's the table was created. Under the constraint that the script I'm using now can't handle the complexity of the usage of the constraint function, it may be a more idea if I set up an example in ASP or something like that, so you can actually see the usage of this constraint statement. But I've showed you how it works, how you can implement it in your code, and how you can make it useful for your website databases, for example. So I have been Sean Greasley, and thank you for listening to another SQL tutorial, and good night.